Good day, ma'am. Good day, everyone. This is our report, Group 3, General Biochemistry. Lesson 3, Overview of Biological Lipids. Learning outcomes. Number 1, define lipids. To identify the basic structural features of fatty acid and triacylide acid. Third, distinguish between saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. 4, enumerate the properties and functions of lipids. Share the importance of biological lipids. Number 6, tell the potential risks of biological lipids and discuss the strategies and management lipid levels. Overview of biological lipids is lipids have fatty acid and glycerides. In the fatty acids is having a saturated and unsaturated. In other side, glycerides is neutral glycerides and phosphoglycerides. So lipids have two non-glyceride lipids and complex lipids. In non-glyceride lipids have waxes, sphingolipids, and steroids. And complex lipids have lipoproteins. In the non-glyceride lipids, sphingolipids have sphingomyelins and glycolipids. Lipids definitions. Lipids are heterogeneous group of organic compounds that are insoluble in water and soluble in non-polar organic solvent. They naturally occur in most plants, animals, microorganisms, and are used as cell membrane component energy to storage, molecules, insulation, and hormones. Lipids are distinguished by their high solubility in non-polar solvent and low solubility in H2O. Diverse group of compounds is including fats, oils, waxes, vitamins, and hormones. Most non-protein components of membranes. Lipids are another antibiotic molecules that can be major components of biological membranes. Membranes define the basic unit of life. Cells and subcellular components, eukaryotes, includes cholesterol. Major form of stored energy in biological system is lipids are largely reduced compound complete oxidation of lipids. Generates lots of energy, etc. and more of sugar. Since hormones is signal transduction communication between cells. Fatty acid is principal building blocks of complex. Waxes esters of fatty acids, heat unsensitive. Triacylide membrane procedures energy storage. Glycoprolipids is membrane components. Sphingolipids, brain lipids, membrane components. As steroids, cholesterol, bile salts, steroid hormones. Terpenes is like turpentine. Composed of carboic acid is head group long hydrocarbon toll. Toll energy contains even number of carbon atoms. Hydrocarbon tail can be saturated or unsaturated. Unsaturated hydrocarbon tails contain one or more double bonds, but common and systematic nomenclatures are widely used, like stearic acid or octacylgenic acid. General structure of fatty acid is carboxylic acid group shown in red color and hydrocarbon tail shown in black.
I am Nicole Meculandio and I'm going to explain the typical saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. In the picture, they are arranged in two rows with 3 saturated fatty acids on top and 3 unsaturated fatty acids on the bottom. So the fatty acids are labeled according to their number of carbon atoms and the number and locations of double bonds they contain. As we can see here, the saturated fatty acids or the palmitic acids, stearic acid, and oleic acid. And then the unsaturated fatty acids is the linoleic acids, linolenic acids, and the arachidonic acids. The palmitic acid has 16 is to 0, which means it has 16 carbon atoms and no double bonds. And then we can also see the oleanic acid has a 18 is to 1, which means it has 18 carbon atoms and one double bond between its 9th and 10th carbon atoms. Saturated fatty acids have all single bonds between their carbon atoms, while unsaturated fatty acids have one or more double bonds. The double bonds the double bonds in unsaturated fatty acids create a link in the molecule, which can affect how they pack together and interact with other molecules. And we have the nutrition and fatty acids. So essential fatty acids is the linoleic and alinolenic fatty acids that must get this from plants. And then we have the good fats. It is a high in polyunsaturated fats. Like typical food includes vegetable oils like olive, canola, and sunflower. And then we have the bad fats. It is a high in saturated fat. You can be seen it in the classic offenders, stearics or beef, and then the palm and coconut oils that's found in candy. And we have the really bad fats, which has trans fatty acids that result from partial hydrogenation of vegetable oils. And then the example of this is a margarine. Margarine has trans fatty acids, and it is difficult to metabolize. It leads to increased cholesterol levels in the blood. And then we have the properties of lipids. Lipids may be either liquids or non-crystalline solid at room temperature. It is pure fats and oils, and it is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. And then they are energy-rich organic molecules. It is also insoluble in water. So soluble in organic solvent like uh, alcohol, chloroform, acetone, benzenes, and etc. Lipids also, it has no ionic charges. So we have here the two triglycerols, which is the solid and the liquid. So solid triglycerols or fats have high portions of saturated fatty acids, and then the liquid triglycerols or oils have high proportions of saturated fatty acids. We have here the function of lipids. So first is energy storage, and then making biological membranes, and then the insulation, protection. Example is protecting plant leaves from dying up, and then the buoyancy, and acting as a hormones, and then act as the structural component of the body and provide the hydrophobic barrier that permits partitioning of the aqueous content of the cell and subcellular structures. Lipids are major sources of energy in animal and high lipid containing seeds. And then activator, it is also activator of enzymes. We have the structures of lipids. So lipids are made of three elements, which is the carbon, hydrogen, and the oxygen, but have a much lower proportions of water than other molecules such as carbohydrates. Then, unlike polysaccharides, unlike polysaccharides and proteins, lipids are not polymers. They lack a repeating monomeric unit. They are made from two molecules, which is the glycerol and the fatty acids. So glycerol molecules is made up of three carbon atoms with a hydroxyl group attached to it and hydrogen atoms accompanying the remaining positions. And then the fatty acids is consist of an fatty acids consist of an acid group at one end of the molecule and a hydrocarbon chain, which is usually denoted by letter R. And they can be also saturated and unsaturated. And then a fatty acid is saturated if every possible bond is made with a hydrogen atom, such as that there is no double bond between two carbons. Unsaturated fatty acids do contain double bond between two carbon. And then monounsaturated fatty acids have one double bond between two carbon, and polyunsaturated have more than one double bond between two carbon atoms. And then we have here the structure of glycerol and the fatty acids. So first is the glycerol. Glycerol is an alcohol with three hydroxyl groups. So as we shown at the picture, the glycerol molecule has three chain attached to it. And then the fatty acids is a carboxylic acid with a long aliphatic tail. The fatty acid chain that shown in the picture has 4 carbon long. This chain can be saturated or unsaturated. These two molecules can bind together through a process called esterification, which links the carbonyl group of the fatty acid to hydroxyl group of the glycerol molecule, forming a triacylglycerol, or also known as triglyceride. Triglycerides are the most common type of fat stored in our body.
Good day everyone. Good day Ma'am Meljun Bidison. So, this video recorded is the report of subject of AG206, biochemistry. So, I am group 3 members and my assigned topic is all about the fatty acids. So, I will discuss what is the fatty acids, the examples, and the structure. Okay, so fatty acids are molecules made up of long hydrocarbon chains with a carboxylic acid group at one end. They are important components of lipids and play crucial roles in energy storage, cell membrane structure, and signaling pathway in the body. So, here are the 8 examples of fatty acids, which is the palmitic acid, stearic acid, oleic acid, linoleic acid, alpha-linolenic acid, arachidonic acid, docosahexaenoic acid or DHA, and last one is icosapentaenoic acid or EPA. So those are the 8 examples of fatty acids. So fatty acids are the building block of fats, and oils. They are organic molecules with a general formula of CH3, CH2, COH, wherein is usually between 2 and 28 and is always an even number. So, there are two main types of fatty acid, which is the saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acids. So first, saturated fatty acids. Each carbon atom is bonded to as many hydrogen atoms are possible. This gives them a straight chain shape. So the straight chains can pack tightly together, allowing them to store energy efficiently. This is why saturated fatty acids are typically solids at room temperature. So example of this is foods high in saturated fat include meat, dairy products, and coconut oil. So those are the saturated fatty acids. So next, unsaturated fatty acids have one or more double bonds between carbon atoms in the fatty acid chain. The presence of double bonds creates a kink in the molecule, preventing them from packing as tightly as saturated fats. So these make unsaturated fatty acids tend to be liquid at room temperature. So there are two types of unsaturated fatty acids, which is the monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. So monounsaturated fatty acids have one double bond. An example of this as food high in monounsaturated fats include olive oil and avocados. So next is polyunsaturated fatty acids have two or more double bonds. So that is the difference of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. So sa mono is uh, 1 ra ang iyang double bond, and then sa polyunsaturated, which is 2 iyang double bond. So example of this is foods high in polyunsaturated fats include vegetable oils and fatty fish. So unsaturated fats are generally considered to be healthier than saturated fats. This is because they can help to lower LDL or bad cholesterol levels and raise HDL good cholesterol levels. Okay, so we will move to the next slide. Uh, trigos, triglycerides. So triglycerides are a type of lipid which are molecules found in living organisms. They are esters, which means they are formed from a reaction between an alcohol and a carboxylic acid. In the case of triglycerides, the alcohol is glycerol and the carboxylic acids are fatty acids. So the structure of a triglyceride consists of a glycerol molecule bonded to three fatty acids molecule by ester bonds. The fatty acid chains can be saturated or unsaturated. So saturated fatty acids have no double bonds between the carbon atoms in the chains, while unsaturated fatty acids have one or more double bonds. The presence of these double bonds causes kinks in the fatty acid chains, which prevents them from packing together as tightly as saturated fatty acids. This makes unsaturated fatty acids more liquid at room temperature than saturated fatty acids. So that triglycerides are insoluble in water. This is because the charge in a triglyceride molecules are evenly distributed. So there are no regions with a positive or negative charge that can attract water molecules. So those are discussion of the fatty acids, and I hope you learn more the what is the fatty acids. So thank you and God bless us all.
Okay, so the importance of biological lipids. So first, building blocks for cells. So lipids are fatty, waxy, or oily compounds that serve as building blocks for all living cells. So lipids are a diverse group of molecules that share the common trait of being hydrophobic, which means they are not soluble in water. They include fats, oils, phospholipids, and steroids. So, and also lipids are essential components of all living organisms and play crucial roles in various biological processes. So they form the structure of cell membranes, helping to maintain their integrity and function. So lipids are crucial for the integrity and proper function of cell membranes, which are essential for the survival of cells and organisms. Another importance of biological lipids is energy storage. So, lipids store energy in the form of body fat. Excess energy from the food we eat is digested and incorporated into adipose tissue or fat tissue. So, for example, um, imagine eating a meal rich in carbohydrates and fats such as cheeseburger and fries. So the body metabolizes these nutrients, extracting energy from them. So if the energy intake exceeds the immediate energy needs of the body, the excess energy is converted into lipids and stored in adipose tissue for later use. So over time, repeated energy intake can lead to an increase in body fat, which serve as a reservoir of stored energy to be utilized during times of fasting or increased energy demands. So, next importance of biological lipids is regulation of hormones and nerve impulses. So, lipids help regulate hormones and transmit nerve impulses. They also act as chemical messengers, sending information between organelles and to other cells. So, lipids lipids serve as a chemical messengers within cells and between cells, helping to convey information vital for various physiological processes. So overall, the presence of functionality of lipids are essential for maintaining proper hormonal balance, efficient nerve communication, and intercellular signaling. Okay, so next importance of biological lipids is insulation and temperature maintenance. Layer of subcutaneous fat under the skin help insulation and protection from cold. They also play a role in maintaining body temperature. So my explanation is the subcutaneous fat, which consists mainly of biological lipids such as triglycerides, acts as insulating layer insulating layer under the skin. So this layer helps to reduce heat loss from the body, providing a barrier against cold temperatures. So essentially, it acts as a natural form of insulation, helping to maintain body temperature by preventing excessive heat loss. So the next importance of biological lipids is disease prevention. So, certain lipids can help prevent heart diseases. So, my explanation is certain types of lipids such as omega-3 fatty acids found in fish oil have been shown to lower the risk of heart diseases by producing inflammation, improving cholesterol levels, and preventing the formation of blood clots. So these beneficial effects um, contribute to overall cardiovascular health and can help prevent conditions like heart attacks and strokes. Then the next importance of biological lipids is brain functioning. So lipids play a role in healthy brain functioning. So my explanation is the lipids are essential components of cell membranes in the brain and help the transmission of nerve impulses. So the certain types of lipids such as omega-3 fatty acids have been linked to cognitive function and overall brain health. So um, therefore, including healthy fats in the diet can support brain functioning. Okay, so the next importance of biological lipids is formation of lung surfactants. Lipids form the lung surfactants which prevent the alveoli in the lungs from collapsing. So my explanation is lipids like phospholipids are part of living surfactants that lower surface tension in the lungs air sacs or alveoli, preventing them from collapsing during exhalation and facilitating efficient breathing. Next, regulation of calcium metabolism. So lipids help regulate the calcium metabolism in the body. So my explanation is lipids found in cell membranes and involved in hormone production contribute to regulating calcium levels in the body. Crucial for muscle function, nerve signaling, and bone health.
So, potential risk associated with biological lipids. So, these are the illnesses or the diseases where many people suffering this kind of disease. We have atherosclerosis. Consuming excessive amounts of lipids can lead to diseases like atherosclerosis, also known as hardening of the arteries. So this condition occurs when fats and cholesterol and other substances build up with walls of arteries, forming plaques. These plaques can narrow or block the arteries, leading to heart disease, stroke, or other complication. So next, we have hypertension or high blood pressure. High levels of certain lipids, particularly LDL, cholesterol, can contribute to high blood pressure. Hypertension can strain the heart, damage of blood vessels, and increase the risk of heart attack, stroke, kidney problems, and death. So that is hypertension. So next we have coronary artery disease. So this excessive lipids in the diet can lead to coronary artery disease. This condition is characterized by the narrowing or blockage of the coronary arteries due to plaque buildup, which can reduce blood flow to the heart muscle and lead to chest pain or heart attack. So next, we have antiphospholipid syndrome or APS. So this is a rare autoimmune disorder that can occur when the proteins on phospholipids get attacked, damaging the protective layers. So APS increases a person's risk for blood clots
that can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and it may also lead to pregnancy complication or complicated pregnancy. So we have obesity and related health problems. So lipids are high in calories. And consuming too many can contribute to weight gain and obesity. So lipids can contribute to weight gain and obesity. So obesity increases the risk of numerous health problems. So obesity is not good as much as we have obesity. There are numerous health problems in obesity, including heart disease, diabetes, certain cancers, and more. So we have the last is lipid disorder. Lipid disorder. These are a range of conditions that can cause abnormal levels of lipids or fats in the blood. So this disorder can increase the risk of heart disease and other health problems.
So I am Shini Kabal and I am going to discuss the strategies to manage lipid levels. So first is the healthy diet. So when it comes to healthy diet to manage in lipid levels, so first is to reduce the saturated fats. So saturated fats found primarily in red meat and full fat dairy products raise our total cholesterol. So decreasing our consumption of saturated fats can reduce our low density lipoprotein or LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol. So kasagaran sa mga saturated fats is makita na to sa mga karne, then mga full fat dairy products nga may reason nga mutaas ato ang cholesterol. So para ma-reduce ang mga saturated fats or para mo kunhod ang level sa atong cholesterol, so dapat ato atong ikunhod ang saturated fats nga ato ang kanon. Kay if kunhod ang mga saturated fats, kunhod sab ang atong LDL cholesterol or ang daotan nga cholesterol sa ato ang lawas. Then second, to maintain the healthy diet is to eliminate the trans fats. So trans fats, sometimes listed on food labels as partially hydrogenated vegetable oil, are often used in margarines and store-bought cookies, crackers, and cakes. Trans fats raise overall cholesterol levels. So dapat atong imuhang manage nimo ang imuhang lipid levels. So kuhaon nimo ang mga trans fats sa imong pagkaon. So kasagaran ang mga trans fats is makita sa mga partially hydrogenated vegetable oil na momusad ang gigamit sa mga margarine o kasagaran nga paliton sa mga tindahan. So kasagaran makita nimo ni siya sa mga cookies, crackers, o sa mga cakes. So kanin siya pod ang reason kung ano nga mataas ang imuhang cholesterol. So third is when to maintain the healthy diet is to eat food rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids don't affect LDL cholesterol, but they have other heart-healthy benefits, including reducing blood pressure. Foods with omega-3 fatty acids include salmon, mackerel, herring, walnuts, and flax seeds. So dapat para ma-maintain nimo ang imong healthy diet, dapat makaon ka og mga pagkaon nga rich or daghan sa omega-3 fatty acids. So ang omega-3 fatty acids dili kay siya maka-apekto sa LDL cholesterol, but ato na sila at usa pud siya sa makapahimsog o makapa-healthy sa ato ang heart or para pakunhod sa pressure sa ato ang para pakunhod sa ato ang blood pressure. So dapat kanang imong gamiton para ma-maintain nimo ang healthy diet, then ma-manage nimo ang lipid levels sa imong lawas. Then another one to maintain the healthy diet, so increase soluble fiber. So soluble fiber can reduce the absorption of cholesterol into your bloodstream. Soluble fiber is found in foods such as oatmeal, kidney beans, Brussels sprouts, apples, and pears. So dapat ang soluble fiber is makapakunhod siya sa imong cholesterol nga naa sa imong bloodstream. So ang soluble fiber is makita nimo siya sa kasagaran nimo siya makita sa mga oatmeals, mga katong mga kidney beans, mga inana, then mga apples and Brussels sprouts. So the second strategy is to manage our lipid levels. So second is to have a regular exercise. So exercise can improve cholesterol. Moderate physical activity can help raise high-density lipoprotein or HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol. Work out at least 30 minutes of exercise 5 times a week or vigorous aerobic activity for 20 minutes 3 times a week. So, importante jud ang exercise, ang regular exercise when it comes to managing our lipid levels. So, exercise can help to reduce our or improve our cholesterol. So, moderate and physical nga mga daway ta muliho makatabang na sa pagpataas sa ato ang HDL cholesterol or which is ang good cholesterol. So, then third strategy is to maintain a healthy weight. So, excess weight contributes to high cholesterol. Losing as little as 5 to 10% of our body weight can help significantly reduce cholesterol levels. So, dapat i-maintain nato ang healthy nga timbang. I-maintain nato ang healthy nga timbang. Kay if ma-over na ang imong libog aton maka contributes or makakuha siya sa atong cholesterol. So, if mawad-an kang dapat maintain mo ang imong weight kay if mawad-an kang 5 to 10% sa imong timbang, pwede na mo kunhod ang imong cholesterol level. Then, fourth strategy is to quit smoking. Quitting smoking improves our HDL cholesterol level. So, the benefits occur quickly within 20 minutes of quitting. Your blood pressure and heart rate recover from the cigarette-induced spike. So, dapat if cigarette smoker ka, dapat imo na siyang i-stop. Kay pwede nga ang if quit ka sa imong company nigarilyo na possibility na daghan ang imong HDL cholesterol or good cholesterol, then it can also have a benefits dayon nga mo effect sa imong body if magsugod ka undang sa cigarettes. Then the fifth strategy is limit alcohol. So alcohol adds extra calories which can lead to weight gain. Being overweight can raise your LDL level and lower your HDL level. Too much alcohol can also increase your risk of heart diseases because it can raise your blood pressure and triglyceride level. So, dapat naka-limitation sa alcohol. Alcohol is midugang siya as a calorie. Then, makakuan siya na magpataas ato ang level sa atong timbang. Then, ang sobra po nga timbang is makapataas sa ato ang LDL level or which is our bad cholesterol. Then, ang HDL level is iyahan siya na ipaubos. So, ang sobra or if masobra ka sa alcohol, makadugang sa mo siya sa pag-risk or makahatag siya risk sa sakit sa kasing-kasing or makahatag siya risk sa heart diseases. Then kaya din niya ipataas ang ato ang blood pressure. Sixth strategy is the medication. So if lifestyle changes aren't enough, your doctor may prescribe medications to help lower your cholesterol levels. So this includes statins, niacins, bile acid, sequestrants, cholesterol absorption inhibitors, fabric acid derivatives, and injectable medication. So, ang medicine is makapahatag po siya sa kausaban sa ato ang life. Then, ang makahatag po siya or maka-benefit po siya because if masubra na ka sa cholesterol or sa LDL or which is bad cholesterol is mo effect siya sa imong body which is makahatag nga infections sa ato ang body. Then ang doctor is mo-provide siya medication, and that's all. Thank you.